MSU Extension wants to throw a lifeline to Michigan's stressed-out farmers. DFA makes a play for Dean Foods assets, and Michigan Agricultural Commodities Chris Betts will join us with a market update. I'm Janelle Brose, and this is Farm News 5.
Farm News 5 is brought to you by Ford.
Stress impacts everyone, but these days farmers are experiencing more stress than the average American. Blame it on weather, trade issues, the farm economy, or all of the above. Michigan State University Extension is trying to help farmers, their families, and employees meet these challenges. MSU Extension is creating resources to help those that need it, which starts with a text message research study to learn more about the struggles farmers are facing.
Really, in this project, we are looking to see if we can give information directly to farmers. So in a private way, where they can receive information on coping skills and things that may help them if they're having some troubles and needing some help. So participants in this study are going to be asked to use their smartphone. They have to have a smartphone in order to be a part of the project. And they'll be asked to take a pre-survey, which will take them about 20-30 minutes to go through, and they'll be asked a series of questions. And then after that, we'll be putting the participants into two separate groups. And one group will receive a series of text messages over 12 weeks. 2 to 4, text messages per week, and then at the end of that time, everyone in the study receives a post survey that they'll need to complete, and then selected participants will be chosen for a telephone interview.
One thing that we'll be doing with the information is we'll be using it to inform future research on farm stress with farmers both in Michigan as well as around the country to better understand what farmers are experiencing and how they're coping. But ultimately, MSU Extension will be able to use this information as well to help us in developing programs, modifying programs to be used with farmers around the state.
This is an official MSU research study, and all information collected will be kept private and confidential.
So there's just a couple of requirements for participation. One is that you are a farmer in the state of Michigan, and a farmer is defined pretty loosely. It's anybody who sells their product for $1,000 or more. Participants need to be 18 years old, they need to be able to read English, and they need to have a cell phone where we can send text messages that they're willing to provide that number to us.
So if there are producers, farmers here in Michigan that are interested in being a part of the study, all they need to do is either go to our Farm Stress website for MSU Extension, which can be found at canr.msu.edu/farmstress, or interested individuals can also email us. Our email address for this project is farmtext@msu.edu.
Farmers can earn up to $60 in Amazon gift cards for their participation. Sign up is now underway, with the first survey to be completed at the end of March and text messages to begin in early April. And whether or not you volunteer for the study, MSU Extension wants you to know they're here to help.
There are a lot of people that are working very hard behind the scenes that care about the farmers themselves and their families and their support systems. Know that there are a lot of things that are coming, and please feel free, be comfortable, be confident, and be vulnerable enough that if you are experiencing some of these issues and concerns, to reach out and get the right help.
If you want a car from a company that's been building them for 115 years, get a Ford. If you want a car with driver assist technology, get a Ford. You're gonna want a Ford.
Dairy Farmers of America wants to buy a large chunk of Dean Foods' operation after the largest dairy processor in the country filed for bankruptcy in November. The two have been trying to iron out a deal since that announcement. Under the agreement, which still needs approval from the Department of Justice, DFA will pay $425 million for Dean's delivery system and 44 of its facilities, as well as other assets. DFA will also assume some of Dean's liabilities.
Many farmers have questions about crop insurance. The sale closing date for crop insurance in Michigan is March 15th. Visit fosterswift.com to learn what Michigan farmers need to know about crop insurance in 2020.
A federal jury sided with a Missouri peach farmer who sued Bayer and BASF, claiming dicamba drift decimated his peach crop. Bader Farms peach harvest fell from an average of 162,000 bushels in the early 2000s to a mere 12,000 bushels in 2018. The jury awarded Bader Farms $15 million in damages and an additional $250 million in punitive damages. BASF and Bayer denied the allegations and blamed the crop loss on farmers making illegal applications, weather events, disease, and other issues. And now with a look at the latest market activity, here is Michigan Ag Commodities' Chris Betts.
Thanks, Janelle. It's been a sideways week outside of a jump higher in wheat on Tuesday, coming out of a long weekend. Wheat was supported by the Australian equivalent of the USDA reducing its wheat production estimate for 2019. There was also some unconfirmed chatter of Chinese purchases. Otherwise, there wasn't much fresh news for trade to make a move on. The USDA's Ag Outlook Forum was this week, however. Combined 2020-2021 corn and soybean acreage was pegged at 179 million acres as compared to 165.8 million in 2019-2020. The USDA chief economist said he expects U.S. ag exports to be up just $4 billion in 2020. Stiff competition from South American production and a firm outlook for the U.S. dollar were pointed out as reasons for the modest export outlook, which is a far cry from numbers promoted by U.S. trade negotiators. For more market information, go to michag.com. With Michigan Agricultural Commodities, I'm Chris Betts.
For more news and video, visit MichiganFarmNews.com and the Michigan Farm Bureau channel on YouTube. With Farm News 5, I'm Janelle Brose. Have a great week of farming.